what's up, guys, and welcome back to the Geek Street where the street speaks. Once again, my name is Jess, and I have my buddies over here, Arvin and Sean. Say hi, guys.
What's up, guys?
Hi.
So it's a very exciting recording because I think you all know why. But before that, I just want to say that it's so sad that Eric cannot make it to share this excitement with us. But it's okay; he'll join us for the next recording. I think we have a lot of interesting content from here onwards because of Comic Con. So yeah, I mean, because we're here in Malaysia, we cannot get to enjoy Thor. So the next exciting thing that we can enjoy is the announcements in Comic Con. So yeah, it was a really exciting thing to see that, we are done with the Infinity Saga and we had a whole joyride, 10, 12 years, with the Infinity Saga. And now we are moving into Phase 5 and Phase 6, which is the Multiverse Saga. And who knows what's in store for us. So I'm just hoping that we get to watch all of these movies without it having to get banned, just like Thor. So yeah, next exciting movie that is coming up is Black Panther and also a series which is She-Hulk. So we are going to be breaking down on these two, but this episode will be about She-Hulk. Okay, so yeah, before we go ahead with that, I just want to know, Harvin and Sean, how do you guys feel about this whole lineup that's just announced?
Okay, so with the whole Comic Con thing and like Jess said, I mean, for these past years as a Marvel fan, I know we all would want to be physically there as hype as everyone. But then I think while watching it, I know I watch all the lineups on online in YouTube and I see, as people scream, I also scream while watching it. So it's a very huge lineup, a span of the next phases, and what's exciting is we have the whole entire timeline of phase 5 and a glimpse of phase 6. So it was a very amazing and there's a lot of exciting new contents coming up from Marvel. I think there's a lot, like of course that'll be in a different content, we'll discuss on that. But then the most exciting thing that we want to talk about moving forward with this is definitely She-Hulk and Black Panther. And since we are touching upon She-Hulk, I think one thing for sure I can say is that previously when the first She-Hulk trailer came out, there was a bit of a hoo-ha about the graphic of the She-Hulk. It's a bit very gimmicky and stuff, but I think they polished it well this time because the trailer looks a bit fine from the previous one. So I'm very hyped to discuss about this now, actually, especially towards the end.
Yeah, let's save the excitement for Harbin till the end. Sean, what about you, Sean?
For me, I think yes. In terms of the whole multiverse saga, it's quite exciting, and yeah, we may or may not have done a video about this, but if we have, check it out. Okay, so yeah, but I think it's really exciting, and finally the puzzles are in place. Of course, not yet put in place, but it's in place in terms of the planning. So I hope that we don't have any more delays, things like that. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. And of course, we know sometimes one or two movies or one or two series may not make the cut because of certain things, like I think we were supposed to get Inhumans and things like that before this, but we still haven't got it. So hopes is there, but we'll see how it goes and we'll hope for the best. In terms of She-Hulk, very excited finally to see Bruce Banner again. Okay, this is not Bruce Banner in his own element, but it's still interesting to have because the only time that we see the Hulk is either in the Avengers movie or in the Thor one-off movie, but now just to see him on his own or even with another Hulk, but it's still like a Hulk series, so it's acceptable in a way. So it's I think it does justice for the Hulk character itself, that it gets its own storyline or how it fits into the multiverse saga.
Yeah, I totally agree with Sean in that particular part, because I mean they're all the Avengers, especially the original 6 Avengers, they have their backstory. Even Hawkeye had his own series. Black Widow had her own movie. The only person who was within movies was Hulk himself, of course, because of some production issues and stuff. Universal still having the rights and stuff. So what's amazing is that now we can delve into more the Hulk storyline, the law of its origins. What they can base on the comics, what they can talk about Bruce past origin story. A lot of things they can bring towards and then mix match with the She-Hulk content. So yeah, I'm very excited to see Bruce Banner, She-Hulk, all the other amazing characters.
So, you can see all of us are really excited for She-Hulk, because of Hulk and all the characters inside there, especially with the new trailer. So that's what we are going to be doing right now. We are going to be breaking down the trailer of She-Hulk. So let's jump into it. So we have the second trailer. Basically, we see a lot of same scenes from the first trailer that we saw. I think we practically broke down most of it, but there are still a few additional scenes, and yeah, it's getting quite interesting. So basically, it opens up with Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. She's asleep, as Jennifer, and then Bruce comes and uses an air horn and wakes up, and she immediately hulks out. But what he says is she reverts back to Jennifer form. So it means it's no more a question about whether she can Hulk out or not, but it's whether she can go back to a human form when she's at peace, that kind of thing, So from here you can see like Jennifer actually has the ability to change forms without needing what they say,
to get angry.
Yeah, without having to get angry or any kind of triggers, She doesn't need any triggers like that.
No, but the thing is, I feel the whole storyline moving forward is good. The portrayal of She-Hulk herself, it's good. It's not. She's not going to be a full-blown She-Hulk, like how Bruce Banner is right now. He's not a full-blown Hulk. So she's practically a version of how Professor Hulk is. He's the same version. So it's just the brawl and the brain. It's still the same as Professor. She haven't gone full Hulk yet. We probably will see that because in the comics she will be full-blown Hulk, like how Hulk was, the Avengers, in Avengers Age of Ultron. That the full-blown Hulk, the full of rage. So probably down the lane, maybe at least at the end of the season, probably we'll get to see a full-blown She-Hulk. So that's why she can revert back from Jennifer Walters back here and back and forth. So I think that is why Bruce Banner plays a big role, because I think he already found out the calculation or the formula to balance out Hulk and also human form. But he's still sticking to his Professor Hulk form. But She-Hulk, I think he maybe tried some experiment on her and it worked out. She can go back human form and be She-Hulk whenever she wants to.
Yeah. What he couldn't, she did it. So yeah, basically that was like the whole part of the first part of the trailer. She does it better than he does when it comes to training or balancing and everything. One thing I don't understand, I like why when they Hulk out their hairstyle changes. It's like you see Jennifer Walters in human form, she has this curly hair. When she turns into Hulk, she has this long wavy hair. And same with the previous, Edward Norton's Hulk. Edward Norton had short hair, but when he turned to Hulk, he had this surfer dude hair. So what's up with Hulk changing hairstyles, man? Maybe it's like hormone growth or what?
Probably not. Maybe just merchandising and character. I don't think it would look good on a Hulk with a curly hair.
Yeah. So I mean, She-Hulk looks very nice, very comic accurate. I would say. Just missing on that suit. We still never see her in the suit yet.
Yes.
So
I can see you drooling.
I mean, of course, they won't give that version of the suit. They won't give the comic version of the suit. But you still get a similar kind of suit. But... So yeah, you see them training on this secluded island, and of course, Bruce makes a joke saying that spandex is your best friend. I mean, we all can understand how much Hulk needs spandex. So yeah, I can understand when he says best friend. And of course, same like from the first trailer, we see her training in this underground lab with Stark Industries equipment. So this kind of gives a theory that when during the 5 years of the blip, when Bruce Banner was working on becoming Professor Hulk, Tony Stark would have assisted him with achieving this goal, you know. So he provided the equipments that were needed, and that is the same kind of training Bruce is applying on Jennifer Walters. So maybe you can get an idea of what kind of trainings that Bruce Banner went through in order to control his inner Hulk. And yeah, and what's interesting about this series is there are fourth wall breaking. So you actually see Jennifer looking into the camera and talking, you know. So something like Deadpool and everything. So I guess it kind of feels like a reality TV show kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's actually very comic accurate as well.
Yeah.
Harvin, you can expand on that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, a lot of people thought that why is that fourth wall? Because they pre-bumped out, like, feel like only Deadpool is the only one who can do fourth wall breaking. But why did She-Hulk does, like, you know, like, it defeats the purpose of Deadpool doing it, does not give the iconic. But in the comics, She-Hulk also does the fourth wall. So the moment when she did, I was like, okay, like, they're going for it lah. You know, imagine her and Deadpool doing fourth wall breaking together. Oh my god.
Yeah. They're gonna have like a fourth wall breaking fight or something.
No, you can see like it's not going to be a very serious sort of like series. You know, it's going to be quite comical, which is very rare in sort of like a Hulk storyline. But of course, we know in the comic She-Hulk, she does have this fourth wall breaking and all that. But this time it's like quite comical in the way they do it. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think I mean, even Kevin Feige is confirmed the fact the whole storyline. Of course, they have these adventures, fights, but the whole moving plot line is a full blown comical. You know, it's good. The whole genre of it's going to be full comical till the end. And of course, they'll have like the adventure, sadness, everything is going to be part of it, of course. But the whole plot of it will be a comical one.
You see, that's the thing about Marvel. You know, I think they really figured out the formula to make their movies good. Because if you think about it, initially all Marvel movies were mostly serious. I mean, of course, Tony Stark was the only comical character, you know. And then it was all serious, and then we started having Thor Ragnarok, and then we started having Guardians of the Galaxy, and then now this kind of thing. Loki, even Loki was comical. You know? So this is something I think DC should really grasp when making their movies. I know they have Shazam. I think Shazam is the only comical DC movie out there. But yeah, kudos to Marvel for figuring out that formula, because your audience love this kind of thing. So yeah, moving on. She goes to life as a lawyer, and of course they mentioned that right now a lot of superheroes are coming out from the woods, and they are opening a division just to have a law for this kind of people, And we see Frogman again, So yeah, if you guys don't know who Frogman is, I'm not going to jump into it. We did it in our first She-Hulk teaser breakdown. So you guys, if you want to know about these kind of characters, you can go ahead and watch. And also someone jumping off from the window and landing on a car, and he gets up unharmed. So of course, there's no confirmation who this character is, but then a lot of people are theorizing, saying that that is Mr. Immortal. So Mr. Immortal, his superpower is he can come back from any injury at all, So you can see it's not like he has super strength, like he just crashed and he just got up. He did look injured and he just got up and checked it off. So probably you get to see a lot of these rarely known Marvel characters. I don't think they dwell much into their stories, but then just to show that there are a bunch of superheroes, around them. And there's this elf-looking judge. I don't know if you guys know who is it. Any idea who it might be? I don't think it's a Skrull or anything.
No, if you ask me honestly, I think this whole bunch of superhuman, so to speak, is not to say confusing, it's very a question mark for me still yet. If this was a superhuman, where are these people suddenly out? Because we don't see one or two, we see like a bunch. You know, so like where are these coming? So the moment when I saw it, I felt like there's this story that maybe is dwelling into some another dimension, a breakthrough. Like these people come from another dimension, but there's maybe maybe got to do with something with Miss Marvel, the veil breaking through, so this other dimension breaking through. So these people are coming from another dimension. So that's the only thing I could process, because I could not really process the fact that they have been here this whole time. You know, that kind of thing. So where are these people suddenly coming from? If they want to come and say mutants, also it's a bit of they're misusing the whole mutant storyline if they're going to say they are mutants. So I'm not really sure. It's still a question mark. So we'll see what kind of theory they come up with.
Yeah. I mean, like you see, all of these characters are actually Marvel characters, you know. But then, yeah, like you mentioned, where were they all this time, you know, hidden and everything. So it's okay. That's what the series is for. We'll watch it and we'll find out. So yeah, the trailer actually explains that Jennifer Walters is actually representing Emil Blonsky, played by Tim Roth, also known as the Abomination. So that's a conflict of interest because, as you all know, the Abomination is the enemy of Hulk, and she's representing him. So you can see the kind of drama going on. And of course, we see Titania again. Of course, I explained about Titania in the previous episode, and that scene also shows that Jennifer Walters, you know, she can turn into Hulk anytime she wants to. She doesn't need all these triggers and everything. And who else but Wong? You know, we see Wong. I think really Wong he is really dominating the MCU. He's appearing in every Marvel shows that you can see. I won't be surprised if you see him appearing in Black Panther for one scene.
Suddenly he will make a sling grin. Has anybody seen the Book of Vishanti?
While Black Panther, okay, I won't jump into that. We'll jump into that later. But yeah, well, he comes to Jennifer and he says, you know, that I'm not sure. He mentions that the universe or the world is facing something, and then we see this bunch of bad guys with these purple glowing weapons. So I don't know where these purple glowing weapons are from. If you guys know, you can tell. I don't know if it's magical or if it's spiritual or whatever.
Like I said, now it gives a theory for all of us now. If these were people who are superhuman, who are already on Earth, like just human who just got upgraded to be a superhuman, why does Wong need to interfere? Wong interferes when this is something got to beyond Earth. You know, correct? So why, you know, I mean, if Wong comes into the picture and he says something about what he said, some dialogue important, right?
Yeah.
Like something dimension. So I don't know what was it again?
I don't know, universe or something.
Universe or something. So something expanded, you know, beyond Earth. So these characters, I'm pretty sure they are not from Earth. They are out from Earth. So they are here. So that's why Wong is interfering. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. There's a lot of theories about. I mean, of course, it is the multiverse saga. So everything is going to be multiversal. And when Wong comes and confronts Jennifer, I think I have a feeling that he was actually coming to her to ask to release Emil Blonsky, because, you know, if you realize in Shang-Chi, he was actually training Emil, you know, from the prison, the same prison guards that we see. So regularly he's been training the Abomination. So why is he training the Abomination? Like, to face what threat? So it looks like they're preparing for something, and this time maybe he goes to Jennifer and says, you know, give me Abomination, I need him. The universe is hanging on you know, imbalance and everything. And she's like, no, we have to go by the law. And then he brings up about the Book of Vishanti, of course, which is very sad because very powerful book, also very highly flammable book, just burnt with one flick of a fire. But yeah, let's not go there. And Jennifer mentions, you know, they go by the book of American laws, you know. And we see Wong and She-Hulk fighting off some kind of bad kind of monsters. like they're now, like what Harvin said, probably these are all leakages from the multiverse
Yeah.
opening. So there's no explanation like why these bad creatures are there, and suddenly I'm pretty sure they're not like some kind of big characters or what. It looks like a leakage, and Wong is trying to just hold everything together.
So, talking about leakage, I like the fact that you connect it to Spider-Man No Way Home, because no matter what, it is a leakage.
Yeah.
The multiverse breaking, right? So maybe all it was, and people can say, but that one was all from Spider-Man's villains, because Doctor Strange's spell was all about Spider-Man's bunch of villains. Maybe in this alternate universe, Spider-Man fought these kind of cheapskate villains, kind of thing, So you never know, right? So yeah, so if you leakage, you can connect it through that. Some people still remain here, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If actually to think about it, I think another theory I can suggest you. Did any one of you all watch Mobius?
Yeah, maybe.
You know the post-credit scene? Vulture ended up in that universe, Mobius universe. So you get what I mean? Even though the whole spell closed, it's done and dusted, right? Doctor Strange put it all together, but still a leakage from here went there.
Yeah.
So what from the other universe I hear now? Yeah.
So then I guess the timeline will be probably not too long after Spider-Man No Way Home, see?
Yeah.
If you want to relate this kind of thing. Well, yeah, I mean it's a really interesting theory. Who knows what?
It cannot be too long after. Sorry, it should be after Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because Wong mentioned the Book of Vision.
Yeah. So yeah, probably. While they are fighting these bad monsters, if you guys notice, they'll be fighting in this like sort of like a stage, like a theater, And if you look at the poster on the theater, it's a magician act, right? But the name of the magician, it's kind of blur, but it looks something like Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, like it's not Johnny Blaze, but it's Johnny Blaze. So, Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider, okay? You wouldn't want to simply use a name that sounds so familiar unless you're teasing something.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah, I don't know. I just have a feeling like they purposely... you also get to see that the same magician when they're in court, you see this one guy with a mustache here, just like he'll appear and do some kind of magic trick. So maybe he might have taken the name as an inspiration from the Daredevil Johnny Blaze, who is in the MCU. Or maybe this is an alternate universe Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, who is a magician. I don't know, man, but yeah, I'm really excited that they
What's interesting about all this? Okay, it's not even an Easter egg; it's a reference. If you want to connect, you can say a reference. What's interesting about this? You never know. It may be something a tease, or maybe it's just usually what Marvel does is they just put it out there for you to think or be excited for. It can
like Marvel, they usually will tease something a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, until they really come to it. So I think this is maybe this is the first time you're actually seeing it in a sort of any canon Marvel series or movie, right? So we will just take it with a pinch of salt first. If we see it again or anything to do with Ghost Rider, then we'll start theorizing on it.
I like how you guys are taking this with a pinch of salt. But before this, there was no reference of Mephisto, but every single movie or series came out of Mephisto.
Yes, the goddamn Mephisto already.
No, in Loki, we were so convinced. Yeah.
So nice. So yeah, to name some of the characters, I mean they're not really big characters, but they are Marvel characters. It looks like they have this support group. So I think the multiversal leakage may be a very well-known thing for everyone, that they were having this support group for these beings who came through the multiverse. We see this character, most likely El Agula, this anti-hero Zorro. We also see this Man Bull, who is also a Marvel character who gets into a freak accident and now it's a bull and a man. So yeah, maybe we get to explore more into that. And one thing I like about Jennifer Walters, you see, she embraced her Hulkness. She didn't hide like how Bruce did. I mean, we can understand because Bruce was, he couldn't control himself, that's why he did. But you see, Jennifer, she embraced, and she's like a celebrity right now, walking on the red carpet and everything. And the last scene, this is where we see her wearing the suit. Okay, but we still never get a full glimpse of the suit. But what's interesting is, I'll let Harbin finish that off.
Daredevil appeared in the trailer, in the goddamn trailer.
If you didn't hear that, it was Daredevil, the goddamn trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you my reaction. The moment when I saw the trailer, I kind of theorized Daredevil was going to be in She-Hulk series, because they want to use a lawyer, right? Daredevil is a lawyer also, so I know it'll be there. But then just seeing him itself, I got excited. I was like, I just went crazy for a moment, like it happened. And what's amazing is they gave him a suit to wear. They gave him his chuck thing or whatever the weapon is. And what's interesting is, this is what I like about Marvel. They are not afraid of giving their comic accurate stuff. Everything is comic accurate now. Because if you think about it, Daredevil wearing red and yellow in the comics, it does not look very convincing or nice. But then as the fans get so hype about it, it becomes a thing for everyone. Everyone will like it if you bring something origin, something from the comics. It's a comic accurate. So the moment when you see, it's whether you can pause and see it for a while, you can see dashes of yellow on the suit. So it's like Daredevil in his origin inside the MCU, So it's very interesting to see. And first of all, I thought that Daredevil is going to be a lawyer, but not as Daredevil in the whole series. But they just give full, okay, now you just take it.
Take it.
No, you know what will make me very sad? If that particular scene is only a scene.
Oh.
So because when I was watching, I was thinking, two superheroes in one movie, too good to be true. What's happening? So because like if you see in Loki, it's all about Loki. They really focus on Loki. If you look at WandaVision, it's 100% focused, because we know that Doctor Strange was supposed to be rumored to be in WandaVision, but eventually they scrapped it off because they wanted to focus on Wanda and Vision, right? And if you see Hawkeye, it is only Hawkeye.
They are correct that Doctor Strange was in the initial plan for WandaVision. They did not make that happen because of the COVID thing. They could not shoot that, because if you clearly remember the scene of the house where she should be in the own house, that scene is an extended scene where Doctor Strange will appear there and talk to her about something, so that was the whole scene about. But they cut it off. I mean, they did not go forward it because of the COVID restrictions.
But
you don't have to be sad, Rashan, because I can really say that they won't focus much on the She-Hulk and Daredevil duo episodes. Maybe for the one fight scene they will work together, and then Daredevil will just go off. But
I would like it if it's like something similar with when Yelena Belova comes in Hawkeye, right? Sort of like she's not the main character, but she's there, I think for me, if they do it that way, I think it will do a lot of justice for Daredevil after what Ben Affleck did to the character. I think and it being canon, right? Because I know the previous Daredevil series, still there's no word whether it's now looking at the suit, it's not canon, right? So because it's a whole new get-up and it's a whole new Daredevil, although it's played by the same actor. So I think, I would feel better if as a fan that he has some part to play, even how small, but some part to play.
No, that's why I say it does not matter if how much of Daredevil is going to be on She-Hulk. I think it will see more of Matt Murdock than Daredevil. That's why I say Bruce as a lawyer. That's why I said maybe at the end, towards then only we get to see this scene. There'll be a small fight. Daredevil appearing will be there, but a small one. But more of Matt Murdock maybe for 2 episodes. Maybe at this, because it's a 9 episode span, and Daredevil, Matt Murdock being there for at least 2 episodes, I think is good enough. Because at least we get to see a backstory more of Matt Murdock also. Like, who is this Matt Murdock? Oh, he's a lawyer. Oh, he's also Daredevil. That kind of thing. So and also Kevin Feige also stated that this Daredevil, they not to say they are not going to retcon the whole thing from Netflix. It's like a retuning of creativity. It's going to be a canon, but still a retuning creativity. You can take some, you just have to take some plot from the Netflix and brain in your head and move forward with it. Not too much about it, kind of thing.
This is where they call it a soft reboot.
Yeah, soft reboot, correct, yeah. And then also, there are rumors also that we'll get to see Jessica Jones in the series, you know, a small a part to play, because she's also a private investigator, and you know, like lawyers, private investigators, they work aligned closely. Even in the Netflix shows, the whole Defenders storyline, even she's a PI, but then she works closely with the lawyers in her series. So it will be cool to see, you know, because Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher, and also
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is also okay, but these three, Punisher, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil are one of the most loved characters on Netflix. Forget about Iron Fist. Never talk about it. Stay silent.
Iron Fist.
So, it'll be cool to see Jessica, and the character the actor who played her is also amazing. Will be cool to see them interact all together, you know.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, of course, Daredevil is confirmed. Let's see whether Harvin's dream of having Jessica Jones will
The whole
appear as
Defenders.
well. Yeah, just have the whole Defenders in there as well. But it's definitely going to be focusing on She-Hulk. Yeah, it's a 9 episode series, so you know that's like 2 months plus of She-Hulk, and we're going to have a fun time breaking down the future episodes of the series. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's all for the breakdown of the She-Hulk trailer, and I really hope to see you guys for the episode breakdown. You know, it's going to be exciting. And yeah, also just make sure to like and subscribe our YouTube video. Of course, because that's where you'll be watching all of our content. And also follow us on Instagram, which is thegeekstreet.my, and also on Facebook, the same thing. That's where we have our bio, and also we post all of these updates about Marvel and everything else. And also join us on our Discord community. You know, we have a growing community, and we're getting excited. We're also sharing our sadness about Thor and everything. So yeah, you guys can jump in and share whatever you guys think of. You know, we are really excited to know. So yeah, basically that's it. This is the Geek Street, and the street has spoken. Hulk out.
Okay.
Okay.